Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I'm Kim. This will be about a 30-minute slow flow Vinyasa practice, moving through some King Dancer progressions and into a King Dancer posture or a modification. So bring yourself into a comfortable seat. Support yourself. Sit up on something. Sit up nice and tall. Find an upright alignment through your spine. And close your eyes. And take a moment to check in and observe yourself. How do you feel today? Body, mind, breath, spirit. What's happening for you? As always, I invite you to bring in the intention to move through your practice with gentleness, kindness, patience, love, and compassion for yourself. Honor where you are today. Every day is different. So just see where you are today. Move your awareness through your body. Notice any areas of tightness, holding, tension, gripping. And send those areas some breath, some love, permission to let go and soften. Begin to relax the body from the feet, up through the legs, up into the torso, the back body, the front of the body, shoulders and arms, hands and fingers. Relax through your neck, your throat, your jaw. Feel like you can let the chin drop down, open through the hinge of the jaw. Maybe move your jaw from side to side. You can yawn or sigh. And stick out your tongue, reach it down to your chin. Relax your tongue. Relax through the roof of your mouth and your soft palate. Relax your face and your eyes, your eyebrows. Relax your cheekbones. Relax your temples, your forehead, your scalp, and the crown of your head. And bring your palms together at your heart. Take a deep breath in through your nose and then sigh it out of your mouth. Make an audible sigh. Another deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. Sigh it out. Clear everything out. Take one more deep clearing breath, just like that, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Slowly begin to flutter your eyes open. Release your hands down. Begin to gently rock your body from side to side, starting to bring in a little movement, a little flow. And then bring it to center. Now roll the torso around in circles over to one side and forward, over to the other side and back. Circle yourself around a few times. Find your pace. Make the circles as big or small as you like. You're welcome to slow down, stop, breathe into any sticky spaces. And then switch the direction of your circles. Roll it around in the other direction. Bring yourself back up to center, hands to knees, thighs, ankles, shins, or reach your fingers out in front of you. And as you inhale, tilt your pelvis forward, dive your heart down towards the mat, and then lift your heart up. Open through your upper back. And as you exhale, roll yourself back, round through your back, drop your chin down to your chest, curl in. As you inhale again, you bring it all forward. Dive the heart down towards the mat and then lift up, open. And then with the exhale, you curl it back, chin to the chest, round in. Maybe you begin to lift the knees a little bit. Inhale takes you forward again. Lift up the heart. Exhale, curl it back. A couple more times, just rolling yourself around like this. And then bring yourself back up to your starting point. You can remove anything that you're sitting on. Bring yourself over onto hands and knees. Come into table position. Spread your fingers. Root down through finger pads, fingers, knuckles, outer ring of your palms. Hug the arms in. Rock your hips side to side. And then bring your hips back to center. We'll roll it through a few rounds of cat-cow. As you inhale, lift your tail, lift your heart, lift your gaze, let the belly soften. And as you exhale, press into the hands, down into the knees, the feet, the shins, round your back up. And then you roll through your cat-cow, few rounds. Bring yourself back to your table, neutral spine. Now keeping the hips where they are, lined up over the knees. Walk your hands forward. We'll come into puppy pose or Anahatasana. You can allow the heart to melt down towards the mat. Maybe release your forehead down to the mat. If it doesn't quite reach, you could fold the arms and stack them on top of each other and rest your forehead on the arms. Or take a block underneath the forehead. And if it's available to you, you could also bring the chin down to the mat. But just go easy here, gentle on your neck. Feel the opening through the armpits, the arms, the shoulders. Walk your hands back in and then come down onto your forearms and down onto your belly. And take it into a little Sphinx pose here. Spread your fingers, root into the finger pads. Root down through the arms, down through the tops of the feet, down through your pubic bone. Begin to claw the mat with your finger pads, and as you do that, pull the heart forward through the arms. And then relax. Now we'll take the right arm to the top of your mat, either parallel-ish to the top of your mat, or you can reach that hand up towards the top of the mat at a little bit of an angle. We'll bend that left knee, reach back with the left hand, grab a hold of that left foot. Pull it in towards your bum. And you can stay here, or you can begin to press the foot out into the hand behind you, maybe even lift that knee, thigh up off of the mat. And then release. Other side, we'll take the left arm to the top of the mat, bend that right knee, draw that right foot in towards your bum, reach back with the right hand, pull that foot in, and then press the foot out into the hand. Maybe you lift that right knee, thigh up off of the mat here. And then release. Bring the arms forward, hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself up into table. And then from here, let's take it into a downward dog. Root into your fingers, tuck your toes under, glide your hips up and back. Press down into the hands, down through the heels, lift up through the forearms, up through the armpits. And then find what you like here. Wiggle, rock, move, pedal, bend and straighten the knees. Roll up onto balls of feet. Press heels to the mat. Roll it up again. Press your heels towards the mat. One more time, roll up. Press heels towards the mat. Now bend your knees, crouch yourself down into tiger dog, and then glide your hips up and back into downward dog. Bend your knees, crouch down, glide your hips back up to downward dog. Again, crouch it down. This time, when you send your hips up, send the right leg up also, three-legged dog. Bend that right knee, draw it in towards your chest. Begin to shift forward. Bring the shoulders forward of the wrist. Hug that knee into your chest. And then send that right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Release that foot down to the mat. Bend your knees and crouch it down. Send the left leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend that left knee. Bring it into the chest as you shift forward into your core plank. And then send that left leg up and back again. Three-legged dog. Release the foot down. Slowly walk it up to the top of your mat. Come into ragdoll, forward fold. Lift your belly up off of your thighs. Fold from the hips. Bring the belly back to the thighs. Let the head go. Bring your hands down to the mat or grab your elbows or wrap your arms around your legs. Rock your hips, shake out your head, sway the arms. Bring yourself back to center, hands to the hips, press into your feet. Come all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up overhead, bring the palms together. Now bend the elbows, drop the hands back behind your head. Reach the elbows up towards the ceiling. Root down through your feet. Hug in through the inner legs. Lift up through your belly. Lift your heart up. And then zip up through the belly. Reach the arms up. Hands come down to the heart. Reach the arms up. And then release the arms down. Again, reach the arms up. And release the arms down. One more time, arms come up. Soften the knees, fold yourself in, forward fold. And then halfway lift to a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Fingers press into the mat, the shins, the thighs. Lift up through your belly, lengthen out through the spine. Soften your knees and fold in. Again, lift it halfway up to your flat back. Fold it in. Once more, halfway lift, and then fold it in. Plant the hands down and step yourself back to plank. Shoulders up over the wrists, lift up through your belly, press out through the heels, reach the collarbones forward. And then lower knees down to the mat. Soften the elbows, lower down, pubic bone, belly, torso, all the way down. Hug the elbows in, root into your fingers and toes, lift your heart, baby cobra, and release. Tuck your toes, press into the hands and glide the hips up and back. Downward dog. Step or hop it up to the top of your mat. Come back into your ragdoll forward fold, then halfway lift. Fold it in, press into the feet, rise up, palms together, hands to your heart. Reach up, fold it in. Halfway lift, flat back. Drop your hands to the mat, step it back to plank. Drop your knees, lower down to your belly. Hug the elbows in, lift the heart. You come up for baby cobra or press into your hands, lift your heart a little bit higher for your full cobra. And then lower back down, tuck the toes, glide the hips up and back, downward dog. Step or hop it up, top of the mat, fold it in. Halfway lift, fold it back in, press into the feet, rise all the way up, palms together, and hands back to your heart. Reach it up again, fold it in. Halfway lift, plant your hands, step it back to plank. Now either drop knees down, lower yourself down to the belly, move it into your cobra, or if you prefer, chaturanga low push-up into up dog. Feel free to do that. Roll forward on the toes, lower yourself down, elbows stack up over the wrists, shoulders above the level of the elbows. And then come onto the tops of your feet, keep the thighs lifted, root into the finger pads, pull the heart forward through the arms for your up dog. And then we'll bring it up and back, downward dog. From your down dog, crouch it down, send your right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that right knee, bring it forward, core plank, and now step your right foot through to your right thumb. Drop the left heel to the mat, hug that right hip back, lift up, bend that right knee, reach the arms up. Palms together overhead. Bend the elbows, drop the hands back behind the head, lift your heart up. Keep pressing down through that back heel, lifting up through the belly, drawing that low back in and up, and then reach the arms back up. Hands come down to the mat, step it back to plank. Move through your vinyasa, this loop that we've been moving through. So again, you can drop the knees, you can lower it down into your chaturanga, low push-up, and then find your way back to downward dog. From your downward dog, crouch it down, tiger dog. Send that left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that knee, shift it forward into your core plank. Step that left foot through. Drop that right heel to the mat. Hug the left hip back. Bend the left knee, lift your heart up. Reach the arms up. Palms together overhead. Bend your elbows, drop the hands back behind the head, lift the heart, lift up through that low back. And then reach arms up. Hands down to the mat, step it back to plank. You lower it down, move through your cobra or your chaturanga into up dog. Meeting back in downward dog. Step or hop up top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway up to your flat back. And fold it back in. Press into your feet, lift all the way up. Palms together. Hands back down to the heart. Reach up. Fold in. Halfway lift. Drop your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. And move through your vinyasa. Meeting in downward dog. Crouch it down. We'll send the left leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend that knee, bring it forward. Core plank. Step that left foot through. Drop the right heel to the mat again. Press into the feet. Lift up. Reach the arms up. Bend that front knee. Back into our warrior one. Palms together overhead. Bend the elbows. Tuck the hands back behind the head. Lift the belly, lift the heart. Arms come back up. Hands back down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Then you move through your vinyasa. We'll meet back in downward dog. Crouch down, tiger dog. Right leg up for three-legged dog. Bend that knee, shift it forward. Step the right foot through. Plant that left heel. Press into your feet, lift up. Bend that right knee, warrior one. Palms together overhead. Drop the hands back behind the head, lift the elbows. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. And then reach back up. Hands down to the mat. Step it back to plank. And you do your thing. Lower down to the belly. Move it into your cobra. Or take that chaturanga low push-up into your upward dog. From your downward dog, walk your hands back to meet your feet. Come into ragdoll at the back of your mat. Shake out your head. Rock your hips. And then bring yourself back to center. All the way up to stand. We'll root into that left foot. Bend that right knee, draw it up towards your chest. Stay here or extend the right leg out in front of you. Press out through that right foot. Bend that right knee. And now sweep that right foot back behind your bum. Tuck that foot up towards your bum. Reach your arms up. Palms together overhead. Bend the elbows. Drop the hands back behind the head and lift your heart up. And then reach the arms up. Palms come back to the heart. Release that right foot down to the mat. Other side. Root into that right foot. Lift that left knee up. You can do whatever you like with the hands. Hands to the hips. Arms out to the sides if you like for help with your balance. Hand on a wall if you need it. And then if you like, extend out through that left leg, hug that left femur back into the hip socket. Then bend that left knee, send that left foot up behind your bum. Reach the arms up, palms together, drop the hands back behind the head, lift the elbows, lift the heart. And then reach up, palms come back to the heart, release that left foot down. Weight over into that left foot. Hands wherever you like. We'll bend that right knee, draw it up towards the chest. Extend that right leg out in front of you. Then bend that right knee. Draw that foot back behind your bum. Now either what we just did, palms together overhead, you drop the hands back behind the head, or grab a hold of your right foot. Whatever is accessible inside of the foot, outside of the foot, or the ankle. Or you could also use a strap here to strap the back foot if you can't quite reach it. And then reach the left arm up along the ear. Option to stay right here, or begin to slowly tip yourself forward and send that right foot out into the hand behind you. You can have a big or little bend in your standing leg. Smile. And then you slowly come back up. Release the hand and the foot. Over to the other side. Bend that left knee, draw it up towards the chest. Extend that leg out, bend that knee, tuck that foot up behind your bum. Either hands come up, you bend the elbows, drop the hands back behind the head, stay here, or reach back, grab a hold of that left foot, root into that right foot, hug in through the belly, draw that left knee in towards the right, Reach that right arm up. Stay right here, or begin to slowly bring the torso forward. Right hand reaching forward. Press that left foot out into the hand behind you. And then slowly you bring it back up. Release the arm, release the foot. Reach the arms up, fold it in. Halfway up, flat back. Fold back in, bring your hands all the way down to the mat, so bend your knees as much as you need to make that happen. Step yourself back out into your downward dog. Rock your hips from side to side, or rock it back and forth, or you pedal out the legs, or whatever you like. Lower knees down to the mat. Hips up over the knees. We'll take it back into our puppy pose. Hands reaching forward, heart melting down towards the mat. You lower the forehead or the chin down. And then walk the hands in. Come down onto forearms and step the legs back. Bring yourself all the way down onto your belly. Back into our Sphinx pose. Spread the fingers. Root down into the forearms. Shoulders lined up over the elbows. Grip the mat with your finger pads. Root down through your feet. Draw the heart forward. Turning on through the back body. And then release that. Take that right hand up to the top of the mat. Bend that left knee, reach back. Grab a hold of that foot, pull it in. Press it out into the hand. And then maybe you lift that leg up off of the mat or not. Release. Other side, left arm reaches up to the top of the mat. Bend that right knee, reach back, grab a hold of that foot, pull it in. Press it into the hand, maybe lift that right thigh up off of the mat. And then release. Hands come back under your shoulders. Send your bum back to your heels for child's pose, knees together or wide. Whatever feels better for you right now. You can rock your hips from side to side if you like in your child's pose. And then bring yourself up to sit on your heels. Drop over to one hip, swing your legs around, and find your way into your Shavasana. Extend the legs out, arms out, relax, release, let go of effort. Stay in your Shavasana for as long as you like, and when you feel complete, slowly bring yourself back. Find what you need here. You can reach arms up overhead if that feels good. Reach down through the feet, up through the fingers, or whatever you like. You can roll out the wrists and ankles. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Call yourself back. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Connect back in. Notice how you feel now. And come back to your intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with yourself. Release your hands. Roll yourself over to one side. And slowly press up. Bring your palms together at your heart. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today with love and gratitude. Namaste.